Welcome everybody to another weekly real estate video with me, Drew Kaplan, real estate agent at Keller Williams Advisors Realty. I'm excited to have back on the show Adam Kroc, who is a home inspector with area-wide home inspection covering Ohio and Kentucky. Welcome back, Adam.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, good. So Adam, the last time we had you on the show, we were talking about basics of home inspection, but as everybody knows, we are living during a global pandemic and home inspections are not the same. Is that right?
Correct.
All right. So how are they different these days?
It is almost specific to the address that you're going into. Basically, when I ask for approval through showing time to gain access to the home that I need to go to inspect, a lot of the times the realtor will have a note in there on showing time saying, make sure that you wear a mask, make sure that you use hand sanitizer, make sure that you use booties and put shoe covers on. And it is specific per address. However, I am certified through Internashi to inspect during this climate, and it's a COVID-19 certification, and it's one that I got back in May after they came out with it. And it's basically it's kind of like common sense, and it's very parallel with what the CDC recommends. Social distancing. Use personal protective equipment, masks. Some guys even use goggles, rubber gloves, booties. I take sanitizing wipes with me. That way, if I set something down on somebody's countertop, I wipe it off before I leave the home. There's also like high touch surfaces, meaning like thermostats, doorknobs. Yeah. Appliance switches and knobs like on the oven and things like that. So those are areas that get wiped down with sanitizing wipes, after I have gone through it. But I wear the mask the entire time on the inside of the house, even if nobody's in there with me, just because, God forbid if I was asymptomatic and I was breathing in a house, I would hate to breathe my stuff all over everybody's stuff. So I just try to be as safe as I possibly can, and I try to follow, what that certification outlines. And it's basically, like I said, it's parallel with what the CDC recommends.
Really great. Have people been hesitant to have a home inspection during this time, or at least on the seller's side, or they understand it that you're going to be wearing PPE and have certain precautions in place, and so they're pretty good with it, right?
Yeah, everybody seems to be pretty compliant with it. I've done a couple where people were like, "Hey, we don't care if you wear a mask in here." I did a few inspections where I went into a home that people they just didn't care, but I wore my mask anyway because I have that certification. Mm-hmm. I do want to follow the rules. It's just that's me. That's my own personal preference. Other people have their opinions as well. But for me, I follow the rules of the certification that I have. So most of my clients who show up, they have a mask. I do bring masks with me, and I do bring extra rubber gloves with me in case they don't have their own. So I do offer them. But most people have their own, and they let me know, oh, no, I'm cool. I got my own. And I do try to tell people to limit to just one or two people to come. Don't bring your whole family. Like pre-COVID, people would bring their grandparents and their parents and their kids and everybody, and because they'd want to show them the house and everything. But now it's like, I tell them, hey, one or two people, just to limit this, because if you have any further questions afterwards, we can talk about it on the phone, or we can go somewhere and discuss it, outside of the home, because I don't want to take up, somebody who's nervous. A seller might be nervous about the pandemic, and I don't want to take up more of their time than I need to.
Wow, that's really interesting about the decreasing the number of people also there.
Yeah. It's pretty straightforward. It's common sense, just use good, proper hygiene and social distancing, and, just keep the surfaces clean, and, don't sneeze and hack on everybody.
Awesome. Okay. Well, this is great, Adam. Thank you so much. This is really helpful to hear about what's going on right now during our current global pandemic.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thanks for having me.
All right.